us know, all of us believe that God is everywhere, that God is omnipresent, that God has created everything. And so we have this notion in our head that God is everywhere, that the Spirit of God is like the air. It's everywhere. God's presence is eternal. Well, if I stop and think about that, if I really believe that God is everywhere, then that means that God is here, that God's in this room in which we're filming this. Well, if God really is in this room, then I'd better pay attention to that. Then that's going to affect how I speak and act. And if we are attuned to the truth that God is present within us, then that very conscientious awareness of God is praying. This awareness of the reality of God in our lives, that we're alive because of God, that we succeed because of the gifts of God, that God calls us to be more, that God is with us, that God calls us, that God promises us. The more we can become conscious of that divine presence in the ordinary moments of our lives, the more we are praying, and, in effect, the holier we become. Francis de Sales offers a very practical way to live this out. It's called, in his words, the preparation of the day. Now, this, I think, shows his practical genius. Every one of us has a calendar. Every one of us probably now has a calendar on our phones. We have a list of things to do. We keep revising that list. We look at our everyday lives in terms of the places I have to go, the people I have to see, the things I have to do. Francis de Sales suggests that at the beginning of each day, when we're considering all of those things anyhow, that we consider them prayerfully. How we do this is relatively simple. This prayerful preparation of the day means that, first of all, we look ahead to see what's on our calendar today. But as we look to those activities, we plan on how we're going to act in a saintly way during them. So if I have a meeting scheduled with the principal today, how am I going to act? How am I going to be who I'm supposed to be in that activity? If I have to take children to a game or a practice or some other event, how am I going to treat them? How am I going to react when they do the things that I know they're going to do? Somehow look ahead to whatever the various events are on my day's calendar and plan for them. And plan to be who I am, to be the best that I can be during those activities. And then, third step, ask God for the grace to conduct yourself in that manner and resolve to do so. So look ahead, plan ahead, not just in a what do I have to get done today sort of way, but plan ahead in terms of how can I be a saint in these moments, and then resolve to do so.